After you're done running a game, the GM has to go online and do an after-action report to say how the SG team did. Success, failure, and what extra fun stuff they did.
How many games do you have to run today?
Only one, but there just to make sure that if the GM doesn't show up or if there's any problems or something like that, questions from other GMs, rules, stuff like that. I'm there. And 2 other fine gentlemen are there to help out the players and anyone else. So
You're running one game. How many games is Wyvern running today?
a lot. Let's see. Well, we have 102 total for all 4 days. We have today being Friday. It is Friday, right?
Yes.
Excellent. 30 Stargate events. I think it's more than that. It just feels more than that. 30 tables of six players each. So, math. A lot of players. We have a whole block of games that start running at 8 o'clock. And most of them will end towards midnight. I mean, if they all die, I guess they could end the game earlier.
How long do the sessions last?
Some sessions, 4 hours. Some sooner. Our side missions, they can run 90 minutes, but I've been letting the players have fun with it. So it can go 2.5, maybe even 3 hours if they're having a good time with it. They're interacting with each other, stuff like that. Some of the other episodes are a little more tight. The GM has to keep pushing the players sometimes to just keep going. You can't dilly-dally too much. Unfortunately, so much in convention play. Oh yeah, we're managing so many games. Just make sure everyone gets what they need, players and GMs. Like if they need a map for a certain adventure, a certain episode, we have to have that ready. Everyone's having a good time there, so it's great. Anyway. Hello. I assume you're here for Stargate.
Slightly, actually.
Slightly?
Yeah, I was swinging by the booth. I was having a difficulty with the app, so I can't sign up for anything. But I was going to be on a backup. They were like, show up if they have a spot. Maybe.
Yes, maybe. It's a definite maybe. 9 o'clock, episode 3.
Yep.
Okay. Friday.
How many iterations of running?
Just one, which is
One, okay.
they doubled and tripled some of our events, and
Oh.
no, we only have 6, not 12, and so we had to cancel or try to get people in. There we go. Right now on our table we have little pamphlets that people can take. It'll give them all the information on what the Stargate RPG is all about. What's different? Actually, what's different? That's been added to 5e, so that's important because a lot of people know D&D 5e, and well, that's what this is. And here's all the added cool stuff. Selling points, target audience. Look, it's Stargate. Buy it. Do it. It's here because here's a beautiful special edition. Woo, special edition. You want this? Go buy it.
I can tell you're a huge fan of Stargate.
I am. It might have been my very first sci-fi show ever. I grew up with Stargate SG-1 with the movies and the TV show. Atlantis came out, I was super excited, and then Universe came out, so yeah, I love Stargate. And I did not expect to see it at Gen Con. I kind of thought that I was one of the lone Stargate nerds of the century left, so very happy. Oh my god, I have a Stargate pin. The world of pins meets the world of Stargate. This is the best day ever. I'm very happy.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
If you want to grab a table if you're running, that's fantastic. Right now I'm just going to start checking people in for 9 o'clock. Sorry. I think this is going a lot better than yesterday. Probably because now I have an idea of what to expect. Our GMs are all here and everyone came early, which is always very helpful, and ready to go. So that's always great.
And you had to turn some people away apparently?
It's a good and bad thing that we have so many people interested in Stargate that, I get it. We're completely sold out. There's always that chance of a no-show and they can just come on in and play it. It's not great to turn people away, but it's a good problem in a way. It's better than no one showing up for your game, I guess. You're going to go on this adventure and we're going to have a good time doing it. We're all going to experience that fun thing. We have the living campaign. We have episodes 1 through 4. Those are your full adventure. Those are going to be 4 hours. Well, 3 hours, 4 hours, and those really get you into the campaign or season story arc that we have planned for season 1 of Phoenix. So you don't have to necessarily right now play those in order, because sometimes you're not able to get into the first one and play in order. Why it's a living campaign is when the players are done with their episodes, we're going to do an after action report where they will tell us what they did, if they failed or succeeded, if they all died, or if they saved a special NPC or Stargate MacGuffin, if you will. How they played that out will, in the majority of tables, on if they succeeded or failed or did something else, will then influence us as our campaign continues to unfold in future episodes. So why it's living is, it's not a solidified script for each of the episodes that come afterwards. It starts to change based upon what the players do, what their actions do, what they do matter in the game, and that's, I always feel, important for players to experience. Yeah, I'm gonna set it up for episode 2, Watershed. I made these little tokens. They are our termination points, the Phoenix logo on them. Just a little quick homebrew of them. Players can use to help persuade NPCs to fight the good fight.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah, you for a moment you're so unfamiliar with the gun that briefly you accidentally put the safety back on, and you have to spin the round.
Fitting for my character.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I am dressed as General PK Lawyer, who is in charge of the Phoenix sites at the beginning of the Stargate RPG. I loved the layout of the book. Silly little things like having on the right side which chapter you're in as you're flipping through. As odd as that sounds, that's really nice. It's easy to find stuff. The PDF is fully bookmarked, so I'm able to get to things very, very quickly.
As a player, you might play the same episode twice or talk to your friends that played. I played episode 1 and we did this, and then your other friend played episode 1 and our GM actually did this. And just hearing those stories of how the GM described something or added something different, or even when the players did something different in that same episode and how the outcomes were different, is really rewarding. You run a game as best you can and you try to make sure everyone's having a good time and you do your best. Yeah.
Well, how are they doing?
I think everybody's doing great.
My name's Lynn Miller. Huge fan of SG-1, Atlantis universe. A big part of my childhood, so big fan of the show, all of the movies. Really happy to see it made into an RPG. I'm familiar with living campaigns, so the idea of the different episodes and building on story by story is something that I enjoy, because then there's investment in the campaign and in the character. So I really like what I see, and I'm hoping to play more this weekend.
I'm like, why is this thing blinking red?
In 2019, we came to Gen Con on the last day on Sunday, wandered in the halls again for the who knows how many times. My wife and I just stopped at this booth and it said, "Oh, Wyvern Gaming," and I realized I know Wyvern Gaming, and all of a sudden I see they have a banner that says Stargate role-playing game, and I didn't know that was coming out, and I talked to one of the attendants and they said, "Oh yeah, we have we're playtesting it right now. There's one going on right at the booth over there," and so it was, I should go playtest that right now. So I got in, luckily I was able to get onto one of the last playtests on the last day of Gen Con. I didn't know Brad at the time, who was actually the CEO of Wyvern Gaming. He sat down to run the playtest game for me, but that was the start of it, of just being introduced to the fun mechanics during the beta testing. I was fortunate enough to get into the closed beta, and I ran a bunch of games with my gaming group. We loved it and gave some good feedback, and then Brad sent out an email saying, well, we need writers. We want to make some episodes for our living campaign. And of course, my wife, who has been elbowing me constantly, do this, do it. And so I submitted one of my episodes, and Brad liked it, and so said, great, let's have you write 2 episodes. And then it became, well, would you like to edit some of the episodes for season 1? And then it was, well, season 1 looks good. We're going to go on to season 2 of the living campaign for Phoenix. Would you like to be the showrunner for season 2? And I said, yes, please. That sounds like a really fun thing to do. And here I am helping run some games at Gen Con for Wyvern Gaming and really getting into a dream job, a side gig we'll say, but it's been just an absolute blast. We have our one big room for everyone to come and play games, and we have a ton of sessions that we're running, and it's great that some of them they got in right away and they're able to play session after session. And I think once we get them hooked and they realize that, sometimes they come back out and say, I want to play the next game. This is my first one I got to play. I want to play the next one. And right now, I mean, we're sold out. It's a really good problem that we're having, though, is how energetic people are when it comes to Stargate and the role-playing, and how excited they are, realizing, I just got done playing Stargate. I didn't think it was going to be that much fun, and wanting to play the next game.
Something that I really enjoyed, the pre-gens were very well thought out, great layout, so I'm really interested in learning more about the character and actually going and grabbing a copy of the rulebook and just reading more of it and seeing more of the system.
Did the game convince you to buy it?
It did, yes.
I'm just seeing if anyone needs anything. Before I leave, I'm going to tell them I'm taking off. Do you need me for anything afterwards?
No, I should be good.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we're all wrapping up tonight, so
All right.
I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody, give it a nice big round of applause for Lee here. He's busted ass and able to.
The first adventure that I played with other people here at the con was Groundbreaking, which is 1-1 of the Living series. And it's everyone picked it up very quickly, even though there were some that had never played the system itself. There were even a couple that hadn't even picked up 5e before. Everyone picked it up real quick, got on it really quickly. The convince encounters and the determination points are a really great mechanic that got some people involved that I think might not have been involved otherwise, just because their characters aren't geared to talk. But when you have those chips that you're the determination points you're bidding, it gets everyone a chance to be involved in a great way.
I have all the the TV shows. I didn't realize it went beyond that. So I am extremely excited to have my world expanded like this. And I already have a gaming group, so I know what we're going to do for our next campaign. I feel like this is a really good excuse to be like, hey, look, it's now, it's new, right?
I would definitely recommend it to all of my other Stargate, Star Trek friends, most of whom are also big gamers, so that kind of helps.
What was the character you played?
So I did Bethal, the Tok'ra diplomat, so that was fun. I do love the Tok'ra.
All right. Well, good night, everybody. See, nobody knows who I am. I told you. Thank you. Hey, how you doing, David?
I'm well. How are you?
What, you were there the entire time?
The whole day. No, seriously. How's it been? So this is day 2?
Day 2. Hold on. Day 2. Yes.
Okay.
It's been a blur at this point, but it's been, I guess, a good one.
So you got down at 9 a.m. How many games were run today?
36, I want to say today.
Okay.
And I believe it's the same for tomorrow, which is, remind me, tomorrow is
Saturday.
Okay, great. Yep, that's when the con really starts picking up. And I think today went really well because everybody showed up and we're having a good time, and it felt smoother because probably have a day under our belt for practice.
Is the enthusiasm for the title what you expected it to be?
It's bigger than I thought.
Really? How so?
There's a lot more people that are just gushing over the episodes that we have, which I find very surprising. That the best compliment that we get is, this really feels like Stargate, not D&D. Not that we're slamming D&D, but
that's really, not what this title is.
But that's not what this is, and that's not what we wanted. We wanted to make it feel like you're in your own Stargate episode.
The stuff that you're running here, the episodes that you're running, are available for purchase on StargateTheRPG.com. Is that right?
All 4 of the Living Campaign episodes you can purchase online.
Okay.
If you are a Kickstarter backer, those side missions will be given to you after Gen Con at some point in the future, free for your contributions to Kickstarter.
Okay, but this is the launch weekend, so they're really exercising.
Exactly,
that.
Yep, exactly. People walking by, we have a little booth in front with the book and the beautiful dice that we have.
Yeah.
And people are like, wait, hold on. There's a Stargate role-playing game? I said, yeah, go down to the booth. You can actually see the Stargate. You actually can purchase these books. And there's just, hold on a second. Wait. Back up. Explain to me everything. And,
well,
and we do. And then
there's a role-playing game because it's here.
It's Stargate, and it's amazing. You should go buy it. End of discussion. No, but that's just been really, I guess, fantastic.
How does it feel in terms of being a Stargate product? How
Oh, sure.
authentic does it feel? And how simple do you think a non-tabletop gamer who's a Stargate fan, how simple of a time would they have in picking it up? How steep of the learning curve is it for
sure.
this particular product?
We've had actually a couple of people come in and they're strictly Stargate fans.
Really? So there are some of those here.
There are some of them here actually that they're just fans of Stargate, and they know a little bit about role playing, but nothing that they've played for say like decades or something like that. They're able to pick it up, and and we're able to go through. We have really good GMs that are able to help them out with our rules and all the additions that we made to again really make it feel like Stargate. And so that's been great.
Well, I just want to thank you personally for taking the time to let us follow you today, even though I wasn't here for most of it.
No problem.
I think that it's important for people to see just how much fun they can have in a physical setting, but also the fact of the matter is that if they can't get a bunch of friends together in person, they can meet new friends online through StargateTheRPG.com and play. Is that right?
Exactly. And actually, I want to say we're running online games as well.
Okay.
So you can do that online. Yep, you can join Discord. You can chat with us there about basically anything and everything Stargate, what we have going on. But also there's the forums there as well where you can chat. And really, everything is there at that website at StargateTheRPG.com. I definitely have that memorized and installed in my brain.
I can't see why. All right. Well, I appreciate it, man.
Hey,
and
thanks.
you have a terrific weekend,
You
okay?
too. All right.
Thanks, brother.
You looking forward for another day of this?
You betcha. But here we are. Oh, winding down. But here is.
Any last words?
See you on the other side.
Any last words to say, Lee?
What am I supposed to say?
See you on the other side.
See you on the other side.